A year ago at Tennessee Southern, Jasper Johnson in transition. Diabate out for Aberdeen. He'll heap the three. It'll go!
That's Mo Diabate's three-pointer. I know.
Gives it up. Battle for the basketball. Aberdeen comes down with it. They said it was touched. Into the backcourt. Aberdeen cuts through the defense and finishes at the 10.
Really well done by Aberdeen, picking and probing, taking his time, didn't rush.
Aberdeen in the pick and roll game. Garrison had position inside. Aberdeen off the glass. Kentucky with a quick 7 to begin the second.
Mismatch, took his time, get to the baseline, get to the other side, finish through contact. What a shot.
Dunkley, he's been a nice spark in the second half for Nichols.
He's been able to play. He was in foul trouble earlier, wasn't able to get out there.
Aberdeen, and that will be a goaltending.
Thought about driving to the basket, but instead he'll pull it out to Diabate. Aberdeen driving baseline. What a move to get to the glass, off and in. Doesn't against Eastern Illinois. Handoff to Lowe, top of the key. He wants to drive, kick it into the corner, finds Aberdeen for three. Yes!
That's exactly what I said. That is what I think could take Kentucky's offense to a whole nother level. Passer is such a value to Kentucky's offense. Great cut, great
what a
pass.
Backdoor feed from Garrison as he puts up the binoculars. Yes, I see you, Aberdeen.
Well, this is an excellent fade screen shooting team.
Louisville 2-0, and they've been in triple digits in each of their first 2 games. Aberdeen with the response for the Wildcats. Kentucky have a chance to put up big-time assist numbers this year. Here's Aberdeen. What a find he was as he lays it in. He was not a starter for Florida. Michael Brown Jr. absolutely dominating this game. Aberdeen with a tip in for Kentucky. And away the rebound. Aberdeen with a deep one. Got it! And it's a very quick 8-0 run for Kentucky.
And then Denzel Aberdeen, I don't remember him pulling the trigger on shots like this last.
Kentucky, what action. Lowe penetrates and kicks. Aberdeen for 3. And they got it down to 5.
Louisville doesn't catch the ball ready to shoot. They catch it to shoot and make you take it away from them.
The Cardinals now 8 for 21 from three-point range. Aberdeen absorbs a little contact and knocks it down. He's going to have a big year in Lexington. From three-point range.
When Conwell was trying to back down his defender, that was a great job by McNeely to cut behind and make himself available.
Aberdeen with the answer, and he's got 18 to lead the Cats.
He's been the one keeping Kentucky in this one. Floor, what a beautiful pass and cut.
They've got 20 assists on 29 made field goals. Aberdeen elevates and hits, and he's got 20.
Front end of the 1-and-1 to the three-point play by Brown Jr.
Chandler into traffic, finds Aberdeen, who snakes his way into the paint and hits.
Really good shot fake on the closeout by Hadley.
Hits!
Boy, that's just bully ball right there.
Aberdeen quickly answers at the other end, but trading baskets not good enough right now for Kentucky.
Hey, though, stolen away by Elder. JT Elder in his first game of the year for Eastern Illinois leaves his layup short. Aberdeen has a 4-on-1. Lobs it for Garrison and a dunk. Panthers can't get the rebound. Cleaned up by Eastern Illinois' Elder in transition. Olafioye throws it away for a moment. Aberdeen comes away with it, reestablishes himself, and now he's in the air. Finishes at the rim.
Showtime. Aberdeen goes upstairs and finishes.
Williams, but how about this Aberdeen steal?
Yep. Had the sense to know he has to reestablish himself inside before touching the ball again. Got back in bounds and then goes upstairs and finishes with a just got worked by Purdue. Purdue really showed that they are the #2 team in the country last night.
Aberdeen, a pull-up from the free throw line is good. Almost a block from Marino, just a little bit late, and the layup is good for Terry McMorris.
That's a big-time finish by Terry McMorris over Malachi Moreno.
Aberdeen lining up the triple from the corner. Garrison, we go under 8 minutes to play. Aberdeen under the basket, fighting through contact, rattles it in.
Tuesday. Michigan State plays the same that they played all the time.
Oh, Aberdeen wide open. He's lining it up. Showtime.
Nice two-hand, soft flush, just elevating nice and easy.
We take another look at this Aberdeen steal, and nobody left, and he just wanted to make sure he could stick the landing.
Miscommunication on the Eastern Illinois part.
Diabate saves a steal there. Garrison at the elbow, trying to hand it off to Aberdeen. Oh, what a no-look handoff, and Aberdeen drains it.
Knocked away. The lob. And a good defensive play by Diabate to disrupt it. He went flying out of bounds.
And took out our cameraman.
Aberdeen open. Got it.
Tonight could be a night that starts towards that as Chandler gets loose off the hesitation but can't get it to fall.
Great rebound by Marino, though, give Kentucky another chance.
Aberdeen, little right-hander.
Second chance points can just be devastating.
Overall. That was nearly a nice behind-the-back pass, but he overshot his man. Aberdeen on the run-out, lays it in.
Barely got that ball to roll over the back of the rim.
Adair off the rim. Here's Aberdeen. Got that one. High to claim it. Outlet to Aberdeen. Spins, twisting, and the right hand layup good.
A little low post move from the point guard, or the acting point guard, I should say. Like how Loyola's still playing tough. Still haven't given up.
Trying to be big in that zone. Aberdeen gets into the lane, gets the shot, and he'll go to the line.
It's like this where you get and build confidence. Like, you've got to go into the tougher schedule that Kentucky is getting ready to launch. Well,
I know Kentucky's not gotten off to the start they've wanted this season. A lot of noise around the program and the call-in shows, but how many places start chanting "Go Big Blue" when it's 4-2 after a turnover with this fan base?
And the handoff, try to dump it out inside. Garrison has the steal. Aberdeen through traffic with a finger roll. And the Cats back in front.
About it, he said, I hate playing guys I know, playing guys I like. He said, this is a cutthroat business, and you're out on game day just to win the game. And sometimes it's hard to part.
Chandler gives it up to Noah, gets it back. Chandler and Noah are nice tandem together on the same side of the floor. Here's Aberdeen for three. Yes, sir. The non-conference, just as well as in the conference, Florida's front line is as good as any in the country. They had success against Purdue's front line in the exhibition. Aberdeen with another. That's his third three this half. Tennessee Tech goes back to the zone. Here's Aberdeen left alone. Give Chandler another assist. Denzel Aberdeen going off this half.
Some Frank Sinatra.
I've heard it sung. Wilson poked away. Kentucky with another theft.
Oh, nice pass.
And a slam by Aberdeen.
Playing well defensively, converting from defense to offense. They love it here, baby. They love it.
Looks like those North Carolina teams back in the 90s. Tall, athletic. They play two bigs. They play inside out. And they get some shooting. They have a legit chance to win the ACC.
And Denzel Aberdeen comes in averaging 14 a game.
Mentality as well as his scoring ability. He can shoot the three.
Florida losing to Duke at Cameron Indoor right before this one. Aberdeen with a nice move inside.
Nice drive for the goal, Mr. Aberdeen.
There's no doubt about it. We have a dogfight here in Lexington, Kentucky.
Stevenson, long one coming, and that one off the back of the iron by Bogobats.
Stevenson, by the way, came the route of Alabama.
Good pass.
There was the alley-oop and the slam all the way for two.
Play right there. Terrific. That's what they got to get their game. They're going to utilize their athletes. Get out, run, baby, run, run.
Kentucky's done this multiple times, going to that 1-3-1. And North Carolina can't settle just for outside shots.
Nice touch by Aberdeen on a crossover and a deuce.
Prayers go out to Jaden Bailey and his family. We learned valuable lessons from watching him today. Hey, Kentucky's knocked down a three, and that sends this place into a loud ovation. Aberdeen buried their first. Missed an easy one.
I'm telling you, I've watched every Gonzaga game this year. They don't miss shots around the rim like they have in this one.
Aberdeen looks for a lane. No good. Has his own rebound, and he's got a chance for a three-point play.
Finally, the Kentucky speed / quickness comes into play after the miss. Grab a piece of the paint. Boom, right there for the first time. Kentucky in this game in their transition. It has to be.
Noah 2-on-1. Aberdeen speed. Good there.
Ravi, I think that has to be Kentucky's identity starting through the rest of this game and going forward.
The trainer and has great connections of helping players to improve, and he was able to build up his program by way of skill development. Not able to do so much now with the ways of the transfer portal. The tough situation for Kentucky. Denzel Aberdeen did a really good job fighting over that screen.
Oh, Aberdeen showing some bounce.
Got it right back on the offensive end.
Shooting about 30% from the floor. Under 8 minutes to play. Single-digit game. Archie set back by Aberdeen. And now Yelovich leading the break. Aberdeen knifing to the cup and rolls it down.
Really good job by Denzel Aberdeen. Did an outstanding job denying the ball on the... What's the activity by Kentucky? And Denzel Aberdeen recovers with a beautiful rejection. And then he's able to get down to the other end, being aggressive, finishing.
Is, as you mentioned, an entirely different scenario for the senior.
Absolutely. And the expectations that newcomers have here at Kentucky, they're going to look to him naturally. There's a newcomer here with Aberdeen.
Like a lot of players take today as criticism. But no, that's what a coach's job is.
Garrison has had a very good week of practice, and a nifty pass for Aberdeen. That was a perfect play right there.
That was body movement. That was a movement. He's a better player than his dad. Let's get that out of the way. His dad might have been a hell of a coach, but he's a better player than his dad.
Aberdeen got a look and buries a three.
See how quick that was offensively? When they move the ball, they're much better.
Went tumbling down on his chest. Kentucky's defense has kept them in this game.
Come on, just get a shot. Make something happen quickly.
Aberdeen again.
There you go.
That's down to two. Kicking out of Florida. Transfer Aberdeen.
Kentucky to turn corners and seizing the opportunity, Brad, too, without a point guard.
Yep. Aberdeen fadeaway jumper. Got it.
There you go. Mid-range game. Don't settle deep.
Team versus KSU, 17 versus Notre Dame. They're going to need a huge performance from him today if they want to take down Kentucky, as Aberdeen lines up and hits the first three of the afternoon for the Cats.
Always a good sign to see your first three go.
As Waddell works baseline, Diabate blocked it and had something to say afterwards. Away, Aberdeen. Yes, sir!
They're getting it going. Kentucky getting up and down is what they want to do this game. Layup. That's a veteran move right there.
Kentucky back with the starters on the floor. Aberdeen into the paint, throws it up. Pure.
Too many, and I know Mark Pope's not going to be pleased with that.
Some zone look here. Chandler finding Aberdeen, and that's how you bust the zone.
That's it. That's it.
Aberdeen
Inside
with
out.
11.
Really going to make a staple if he can show that he can defend.
Wilson hit them both. Up to 13. Bellarmine within 13. But Aberdeen extending it there with another three. He's got 14 today.
Screens, but Millette was the fade screener and then came off a handoff for that three. Really well executed.
Aberdeen with a nice shot fake, step in, and a chance for three.
Boy, when you're closing out, you can't just fly by to open up that drop. It was a fly-by, and then Houston Millette had to turn around. By the time he turned around, Aberdeen was into it.
The size that Williamson is giving them. Aberdeen, long, away the finish.
And that's Kentucky in transition.
An absolute bull on the defensive end just now, holding his own against the ball screens, not getting switched. and getting a rebound.
Aberdeen 17-footer rattles home. With 3 personals, here's Stone. And that one lined up, but too strong. Out front is Aberdeen. Feed from Clayton's. Pump fake, and he let him fly right by.
And that's as good of a defensive rebound as you can get.
7 to shoot. Moreno posted up. Nothing there. Diabate gives it up. Here's a corner 3. Good for Denzel Aberdeen.
Have to develop an identity and do it quickly as SEC play is in full swing.
Aberdeen into the teeth of the defense, using his footwork, stops a 7-0 run.
That's a good take right there by Denzel Aberdeen. He took his time and showed some bodies to Ballard. That will discourage that easy beeline pass and make him kick when you play on the closeout.
Open 3, Aberdeen knocks it in.
Have to identify which side is the strong side and the weak side so you can understand where to help.
Williams, second opportunity. Aberdeen on the reload, knocks it down from distance. Performance for Hubbard. Yelovich, no. Garrison fighting for the rebound. Extra pass, Aberdeen. Spins and puts it down.
Great ability and balance right there by Denzel Aberdeen.
7-footer.
Yes, it was. In a load when he started doing those spin moves and pirouettes. Beautiful footwork and finesse.
Floater to Moreno.
But a lot of ball and a lot of time to get better all around the league.
Aberdeen good. 16 for the Florida transfer to go along with 4 assists.
Aberdeen, step back, got it. Denzel Aberdeen, his first basket of the game is a 3-pointer. Marino. Aberdeen at the elbow, got it. 5 points here to start things off in the second half for Denzel Aberdeen. Story, Kentucky 5 of 10. Meanwhile, LSU 13 of 18. Aberdeen. Boy, he's getting it going now. Denzel Aberdeen scoreless in the first half, but 8 here in the first 4 minutes of the second half. No way. Comes around the corner. Cut off there by King. Boy, nice little handoff pass. Diabate feeding Aberdeen. McKinnon blocked. Starts the run out. Aberdeen. Reese gets out of the way.
Marino, great rim protection. And knocked that ball away.
And Boswell was just taken out of the game after that pass and got an earful from his coach. A 3 for Aberdeen, and Kentucky has it into single digits.
What a beautiful pass. And a great cut by Nate Ament. That's how you break pressure to score.
And that is his first field goal of the afternoon. Don't look now, though. Denzel Aberdeen has gotten hot.
Pressure at the point it's applied. Again, off the ball screen, just puts the brakes on, and Ament keeps going. The corner defender has to come off a corner shooter.
And Ament is feeling it and heating up here in the second half. Tennessee by 7. Not for long. Aberdeen is hot as well.
The switch now. Diabate being guarded by Gillespie.
Aberdeen, who's been big here in the second half, steps in. Soft touch to knock it down.
Boy, he's been the offense in this second half for Kentucky.
Shot clock at 5. Aberdeen's a long way from the basket. Keeps the dribble alive and finishes.
Boy, what a great job by Aberdeen to keep his primary defender on his hip after that screen.
Diabate the kick. Good recovery by Ament. Spin by Owe around and out. Offensive rebound, Diabate. Floater, Aberdeen. 3-point game. Free throw, but an offensive rebound. You can see about a 13-14 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Tennessee will play the possession out. Aberdeen the drive. And he hits! What a second half for Denzel Aberdeen.
What an amazing comeback by Kentucky.
And Rick Barnes will use a timeout.
17. Kentucky would put themselves in this position to have a chance to win this game. And Denzel Aberdeen has been the star of this second half.
It is deja vu all over again. They were down 18
this year in the open court, running fast break offense, both among the top 15 in the country in that category, as Aberdeen's floater is good.
It'd be a premium. I'm getting back in defensive transition.
Chandler back to Moreno with 10 to shoot. Here's Aberdeen, tries a three and hits. Now they're going to count it a deep two. Foot was on the line for the Florida transfer.
Because, you know,
I don't think somebody as tall as you could get on those uneven bars. Your legs would hit the other bar. Aberdeen hits a three, his second. And that stops a 7-0 Texas run.
Decisive drive by Kendall Weaver. As soon as he gets it, he puts his head down and drives baseline. That created it.
Shot clock turned off. Aberdeen pops in the lane, drops it down to beat the buzzer.
Here's Chandler all the way through. Aberdeen with 10 to shoot. Floater. Got it.
First bucket for Denzel Aberdeen.
Yeah, he stops the bleeding for the Wildcats. Getting to the paint once again. Good things happen when you attack the paint.
Bing thankfully couldn't get it, but then the guy behind him, James, unable to make the play. Aberdeen flies to the basket.
Well, Aberdeen has really come on at that lead guard spot. Now that time he's a rim cutter in transition.
He said he stopped playing his mom in one-on-one when he was about 10, because that's when he started to beat her, and it was his dad around 14 that he stopped playing. Can they get Moreno going down low? He's got a height advantage on everybody in white. Aberdeen, the penetration he had, and Moreno's underneath with good position, thrown up and in, and it will count.
Well, I think that's the message Mark Pope said to his guys in the last time out. I know Aberdeen had an open three in transition. A couple of ball screens designed for Aberdeen. Kentucky's offense has been at their best when they have kind of freed Aberdeen up to work off of a...
And he's getting some minutes, number 7 in white.
I mean, even if Kentucky scores the last 3 or 4 points in this half with Tanner on the bench, you've got Tanner with only 1 foul, which is more important.
Yep. Aberdeen shook being there. He kind of looks at him as they head back. Here's Nickel. That's too strong. Vanderbilt cold shooting in this half. Just 1 of 6.
Now what a pass by Aberdeen. That is a very difficult pass that he made look easy.
Get the right combination to open the thing up. Now has Garrison on the floor with Diabate, Aberdeen, Owe, and Noah. Aberdeen through traffic, up off the window.
That is their comeback offense if you go back and watch film.
That was a virtual soccer continuation play. Boy, and that was a game of Plinko. And that ball went off the rim twice, the backboard, then rattling in.
Moreno with his back to the basket, out to Aberdeen for 3. Good start for Kentucky. Trying to get Acuff unlocked. He missed the floater. Still scoreless.
He's getting good looks. He's getting good looks. They're just not dropping. He's got to stay aggressive.
Aberdeen pulls up, cans a 3. It is a 13-point lead on the road, the largest this season by far for Kentucky.
Some cerebralness right here.
The Arkansas fans have booed Oweh anyway. Every time he's touched the ball, it's going to go to another level now, but Aberdeen keeps them in their seats with a beautiful shot. Acuff driving an Oweh, feeds inside and turns it over. Kentucky trying to run. Aberdeen takes it himself and lays it home on the reverse.
Well, terrific pass by Chandler. He knew Aberdeen had the speed to get by the defender, so he gave it up. Really unselfish play.
Without the use of Jaden Quaintance, who's only played 4 games this season. Andrea Yelovich has started the last handful as well. And the 3 good for Denzel Aberdeen.
And that shot is going to be there for Kentucky. Oklahoma really struggles inside the paint.
But a bunch of bid thieves hit during Champ Week, and Oklahoma was on the outside looking in 2 years ago. Aberdeen's got a hoist. Got it! Denzel Aberdeen with his second 3 of the game.
And Coach Moser's just sick because they've done everything right. They have kept Kentucky outside the three-point line, made the Wildcats rely on the 3.
Turnaround off the glass. Are you serious? Denzel Aberdeen.
Found battle won by Moreno as he and Brown. A couple of freshmen got caught up there.
Grab another missed 4-footer by Tennessee in this first half.
Aberdeen all the way to the basket.
That cannot happen. I applaud Aberdeen. He took exactly what the defense gave him.
His pass to Owe. Estrella got it, got rid of it too quickly, and Yelovich grabbed the board.
Yeah, why rush? He's got a wingspan advantage on the inside, Estrella does.
Aberdeen, very difficult turnaround at the free throw line.
I think that's where Kentucky's at their best right now. Early offense, one-on-one with Aberdeen or Owe. He's all of 6'5", and Gillespie right now, he tries to steal that basketball. You're not going to do it with a guy with that much size and that good of a handle. And as soon as Gillespie reached and got off balance, boom.
A meant 11. They have 25 of Tennessee's 31. Diabate down low, didn't take it. Aberdeen, yes. Corner three gives a look to the Tennessee bench on his way back. Aberdeen separates and gets the friendly roll here at Rupp.
I just think Denzel Aberdeen is thinking, what did I do the last time against Tennessee in the second half?
Yeah. Points and stops. Akpara back in the game. Owe. Good defense that time by Boswell again. Loose ball. Aberdeen won that. Didn't need to fire it up, but it worked anyway.
That foot race to the ball, man, is so important in the college game right now.
5-0. It just feels like every trip so important to break a seal, and it's Aberdeen who does it.
You know he's going to be wired to play today. The former Florida Gator comes back home. He's from Orlando.
3% clip from the field. Many of those layups missed inside. Some were contested, others weren't. Aberdeen steps into one. Got it.
That's
Aberdeen, good first half. Points. Aberdeen, left hand, boy, right by a very good defender in Flabb, and watch Florida try to push. He's unconscious from three. Aberdeen in the paint, needs it to go, gets it, and he will have a chance for three. He and his good buddy Houck ended up on the floor together.
Did really well, and then watch Denzel Aberdeen, just the toughness in the fight. That is an up.
And that one is going to be won by Aberdeen, who throws it down. Kentucky chances here, under 4. And it's 10. Aberdeen. Yes, it's 8.
They go off script, and Denzel Aberdeen becomes a real problem. Played really hard in this game. They just didn't play well enough. Like you said earlier, you almost have to pitch a perfect game right now against Florida to knock them off.
To Lloyd Noble, lost that one 94-78. They shot 71% in the first half. They were on fire, just like the popcorn machine. Here's Aberdeen with the floater. Surreal is all over Moreno. Aberdeen from 13 feet, good.
There you go. The paint points have been good to Kentucky, and remember, pretty well, huh? I mean, had that Purdue victory by 11, up 20 at one point.
They've now won 6 in a row by double digits. There's Denzel Aberdeen, first bucket of the second half.
Man move his feet, gets himself open.
Catch down 9. Aberdeen. Huge over Surreal.
He will push. Tried to drop it off. Instead, gives it right back to the Cats, and Aberdeen out in front.
For those Auburn drivers.
Right back to Aberdeen in the corner, and he splashes down his first triple of the night.
Just a defensive mistake right off the bat to allow Auburn to grab a piece of that paint, and the three-point shot's open.
Denzel Aberdeen with the bucket. Of course, he faced off with Auburn last year.
But Stephen Pearl is a smart guy and brutally competitive like his dad.
Denzel Aberdeen.
Wow, how big was that?
Huge three.
How big was that by Aberdeen?
Owe waits in the corner. Aberdeen takes it himself and gets another. Second three this half for Denzel Aberdeen.
They are so good, those Kentucky guards at the under 4-minute mark. They are fearless.
This is now 9 straight games where Kentucky has not had any of them. Aberdeen off the offensive board, swishes along 2. And Trent Noah is now pushing it here for the Wildcats.
I still think Kentucky's better looking to go inside. As I said, that Aberdeen said, Coach Clark, take that one.
Initiator, the senior's got his first basket. Strong can't answer, and Aberdeen down with the board. Aberdeen got his eyes up, pulls it, transition, 3!
That's what he does now.
Timeout, South Carolina. It's a 10.
Still in the heater. He calls his own number and knocks down a 3. Kentucky's up.
Elijah Strong, 0 of 3 from the floor. Away, drive it, kick it. Aberdeen sets his feet, splashes another.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. Although Aberdeen has to play the point on which he played at, he doesn't rush himself, and all his shots are on balance.
Showed the ball, turned around, hit the shot. Aberdeen buries another. Now Diabate might try to create. He's got the bigger Asandiko on him. Asandiko contests. Diabate gets it. Aberdeen cuts and finishes.
Coming off the bench, his efficiency throughout the team and the 5-man lineups have gone up with 23 and White.
Aberdeen off the window for his first bucket of the game. Same side of the floor. 18-footer, no good. Offensive rebound to Johnson's hands, and he finds Aberdeen for 3. Aberdeen's been hot, over 50% over the last 2 games. 65% against Valparaiso. 6 to shoot. Always got size on him. Gives it up. Deflection by Nickel. Fadeaway 3, Aberdeen. That's how the half is gone for Kentucky.
You can't play defense much better than that for Vanderbilt, but
Miles chasing Chandler now. Aberdeen for 3. Got it.
And Coach Byington said that's what you can't let Aberdeen do, is let him just walk into threes and go under ball screens. You got to extend up if you're going to switch. Oh, that's tough.
And Aberdeen
finishes. He keeps the defender in jail, keeps him on his back, then navigates the big, and then just does a low crossover, get all the way to the rim.
Yeah, you got to pay it off.
I got you. Let me just show this real quick. So look there, he gets the defender in the back, and then, oh my gosh, a low crossover and makes the defender play a little game of twister.
Way off the mark, tracks it down. Got to hit the rim. There's 3 on the shot clock. Aberdeen pump fake. And got it at the buzzer. They're going to double check, but right now that's just a 2.
How about Aberdeen not feeling the shot clock pressure? A lot of guys get rushed and sped up.
Sunset here in Aggieland, and Mohamed Diabate, who's observing Ramadan, just broke his fast on the bench with some water and applesauce. Aberdeen with the float, and then their own. Here's Chandler.
Tom, Kentucky on pace for a 16-17 turnover ball game. That will not work in Reed Arena.
Aberdeen steps through. Well, the Cats have been at their worst. It's been allowing opponents to turn them over. Shoot around today that they would come with energy, and boy, have they.
He sure did.
It is a 21-point lead. Aberdeen short. Gets his own miss and gets it to go.
That Oscar Shibwe.
Yeah, I remember that.
Played here from Kentucky.
Yeah. But Kentucky's got a minute and a half here to try to cut into this 16-point deficit. Aberdeen in the paint, and he gets the finger roll to go. Now can they stop Florida?
He's ready to score.
Yeah. Aberdeen pulls up. That's way short. He's got another chance, this time for an extra point. And he missed that one. Let's do it again. There you go.
Hey,
and he looks up to the sky.
In the Hall of Fame in baseball.
Moreno, who shakes his head, man, he is working his butt off. Aberdeen, nice stop, and then up and in.
Yeah,
good
but
job.
you're not going to go through or above Chinulu, so good job by Aberdeen to shot fake that long sidestep stop action, and just let that 6'10" guy make a play. Well done, mate.
Nice one-on-one move by Condon. He really attacked the baseline really well.
Aberdeen contested, but he finds the bottom.
Aberdeen. That's a 3. Stolen. Aberdeen.
comes Kentucky. By Mike Nowoko. First of 4 games here in Music City today. Aberdeen. The handles and the delivery. Aberdeen in traffic. He'll get the roll. Opted against it that time to Garrison. Cut by Aberdeen, and a great pass by the Kentucky big.
I'm telling you, they're a different offense when Garrison's on the floor.
Now it's Aberdeen. High off the glass.
He's going to look down at Nowoko after he makes this, by the way, terrific finish. The first one we're going to let you slide, but the players they have.
He was a legit track star growing up in 100, 200 long jump.
Aberdeen's got an answer off a 16-point performance yesterday. Knocks down a 3 to tie it up.
Chandler
Pretty play. I thought that Denzel Aberdeen was driving the ball to Colin Chandler in the far corner. He used Marino, and he had it knocked out of his hands. Picked off Aberdeen. 3-on-1 with Owe and Chandler. Great fake there by Aberdeen for an easy layup.
Very good to ball fake that pressure off of him. That's been Missouri's trouble all year long.
This is where what feels like the home court advantage for Kentucky is so big. Chandler with 6 on the clock. They get it to Marino. Somebody's got to put it up. Aberdeen gets it off in time, and he knocks it in. What a shot by Denzel Aberdeen as the shot clock wound to 0.
Veteran guard that has won a national championship. Right there, I thought Moreno does a good job of keeping the ball alive.
Kentucky has called a timeout.
And Denzel
now,
Aberdeen.
we're going to review everything that happens after the timeout.
Yeah, you do want to view everything that happens, Pat. Yeah, but that's a winning play. Again, Denzel Aberdeen, he's been a part of a national championship team. He knows how to play in tight situations.
I think, Jimmy, that went through with 0.2 of a second left.
Right. Boxing off with physicality and force. You will get chewed up by Florida on their offensive glass.
Oh, boy. Chandler just laid out Flan, and finally one goes through the basket after a 5:40 drought.
Or the problem.
Condon alley-oop, Chinyalu. Garrison denied it.
BG.
Here goes Aberdeen.
Half-court offense just didn't get it done, and DA gets out in front of it. Not enough of those plays so far. Very similar rebounding percentage numbers to the great Oscar Tshiebwe from Kentucky.
Aberdeen gets the 3 to go. Chinyalu. Diabate has it. They still have plenty of time. 10 on the shot clock.
Look at Flan deny Denzel Aberdeen that ball.
Got Chinyalu up in the air, and Aberdeen lays it up and in.
He did it yesterday from a very similar spot at a key time. At one point, it's got to be in Aberdeen's hands. Or Owe.
It's in Aberdeen's now. Big screen from Garrison. Aberdeen fires.
Yes,
he gets another one.
Yes, sir. Just keeping it simple. Trusting Denzel Aberdeen now those ball screens.
Kentucky, all the athleticism, trying to get out into the open floor. Aberdeen sets the table underneath. Yelovich outside Aberdeen. That's a 3. And a good offensive start for Kentucky. A bit more on his plate with Graves for the bench. Lob pass, a little bit of a shove. No contact. Aberdeen.
I thought there was a shove in there also.
Minimal contact.
Yeah, there you see it, right in the middle of the floor. Chandler had his left arm, but Aberdeen's not looking over his right.
Santa Clara was down by 3. They've actually now tied the game. That's a 3. It's Aberdeen. Showing that pretty 3-point stroke and elected to stay in the program. Nice interior defense as Napper was turned back. Aberdeen transition 3, and he buries it.
Transition being the key word just then, Spiro. Up tempo a little bit.
Good ball movement into the corner. This is Owe. Aberdeen, a fake, a fire. Splash! Lugov, Ensminger is going to elevate, front rim, missed it. Rebound, Kentucky. Aberdeen, the exclamation point. 2.5 gone by. Yelovich probing, smart pass, backdoor.
They're going to try to attack in different ways and be able to go to the basket.
Shot clock down to 3. Aberdeen has to fire and buries it.
At the back. Less than, what, 4 seconds or so?
Aberdeen weren't able to get out of the first weekend. And not getting everything they want against this strong Kentucky team. Aberdeen taking contact. Torrey, not that time, swatted out by Garrison. Kentucky trying to work quickly. Aberdeen on a deep 3 for Lipsy. Aberdeen crosses over Momcilovic and connects.